Watch. Hello there. Our buns are nice and fresh. I just took them out of the oven.
Excuse me, out of my way. I've got to get these buns to the Scholars Garden. Quick, now move.
I'm very sorry. Please accept my heartfelt apologies. My husband has the manners of a strutting clock sometimes.
I seem to recall you rather enjoyed my, strutting at one time, old woman.
Shush now! You'll offend the gods of decency. This poor traveler's likely to think that the Imperial City is full of indecent folk and offensive talk. Now then, after all the trouble we've caused you, is there anything we can help you with? We've got fresh buns. Just made them myself.
Talk. That's all people want to do. I don't get paid to talk. I sell buns. That's what I do.
Ha! No time to talk, he says. The only time you're ever quiet is when you're eating one of my buns. Now be polite and answer some questions.
We're members of the local traveling circus. I'm a fire eater and Lena is a juggler. We just sell buns on the side to make a little extra silver.
Junda, could you try to be civil just this once? This buffoon of a man is Junda, and I am Lena, his wife, as he is fond of reminding me. We sell buns here in the city. Well, I bake, and he sells. There is much to tell about the city, but we do need to sell the buns while they're fresh. Perhaps you could be more specific?
Why don't you go and check out the Imperial Arena? It's a prosperous place to sell buns, especially before a big fight.
You and those fights. I can't stand watching them. I prefer to take walks by the wall or just gaze at the magnificent palace.
What's to tell? Fighters fight, spectators watch, gamblers gamble. It's just like any other arena, except the level of competition is very high here. I'd talk to Kui, the promoter, if you really want to know more about the arena. He talks more than you do, but at least he buys my buns. It's busy, but it's a good place to get information and meet people. Best wine in the Empire, too.
How would you know, you lazy lout? You've never been outside the city in your life. Best in the Empire. Ha! Probably the only wine you've ever had. The wall is magnificent. It just keeps growing. Though I pity the criminals who are forced to work there. Very few ever return. The palace is truly one of our greatest treasures. The heavens have indeed blessed our empire greatly to give us such a beautiful edifice.
It's unnatural, I say. Just floating up in the air. Emperor or no, it's not right to live in a place that just floats like that.
What did you want to know? Well, this district is called the Market District. This is where most of the buying and selling happens. Most of the lower classes live and work here.
And die here, too. Not like those nobles and wealthy merchants over in the Golden Way or in the Scholars Garden. Born into a life of luxury. Must be nice.
Yes, dear. Life has been cruel, hasn't it? Good work, a wonderful family, and many friends. Poor Junda. Next you'll blame the nobles for your backaches, too.
Why don't you... Yes, more questions. Are you sure I couldn't interest you in a bun? They're nice and fresh, or at least they were when we started talking. We're members of the local traveling circus. I'm a fire eater and Lena is a juggler. We just sell buns on the side to make a little extra silver.
Junda, could you try to be civil just this once? This buffoon of a man is Junda, and I am Lena, his wife, as he is fond of reminding me. We sell buns here in the city. Well, I bake, and he sells. There is much to tell about the city, but we do need to sell the buns while they're fresh. Perhaps you could be more specific?
Yeah. Death's Hand. Now there's a name you don't hear often. I'm just a simple bun seller, but even I know enough to be careful who I utter that name around.
For once we agree, husband. Death's Hand is a walking nightmare. It is said that if you see him coming, then it's already too late. But enough of wives' tales. Just be careful who you mention that name to, unless you wish to draw bad attention to yourself.
If he hasn't bought a bun from me, I likely don't know him. Come to think of it, if he hasn't bought a bun from me, I don't want to know him.
Junda, you withered old coconut! What's your problem? There's more to life than selling these buns, you know. I'm sorry to say I haven't heard of your friend either, and I'm not sure what you mean by master. Try the Scholar's Garden. The people there might know your friend.
Go then. I have buns to sell, and it doesn't look like you're buying.
Don't mind him. He just takes a while to get used to. Much like an ache in the bones if it lasts long enough. Eventually, you learn to ignore it. Good day to you.
Hello again. What can I do for you today?
Those lotuses.
My brother teases me about.
오오 사이얼 우유캅 워웍 타러와이.
I wonder if the princess used to play in the streets when she was little.
Time to bloody my axes.
These bounties won't collect themselves. Greetings, citizen. Imperial Captain Sen at your service. Are you one of the mercenaries come to help me track down some criminal scum? I was told that there were some new warriors in town looking for work, though none of them matched your description. Admittedly, you don't resemble the ones described to me, but they're several days late. No doubt they'll blame it on the foolish ghost stories. Criminals with lucrative bounties on their heads. I need help tracking down a pair of criminals. Are you interested in a little well-paying work? These two scoundrels have eluded my best efforts, so I'm turning to bounty hunters. It's harder to run when your pursuers are not in a uniform.
It's a shame, but the army gave up trying to arrest me years ago. Too many casualties. Guess I should have sent home more missing limbs than missing heads.
I'm searching for an arsonist and a notorious confidence man. Find and eliminate either one, and there's a standard bounty in it for you. Do you people have some sort of code that requires each one of you to bargain about this sort of thing? I do enjoy going through this dance with each new contract. You've made your point. I'll add an extra percentage to both bounties and find some way to justify the extra cost to the Ministry of Harmony. A wise decision. The two criminals are Fading Moon and Creative Yukong. Fading Moon is an arsonist who was last spotted heading for the necropolis. Creative Yukong has virtually disappeared, though we may be able to learn something from Lady Rento, the wife of the man Yukong bilked. She's in the Imperial Arena. Fading Moon is an arsonist. Her first fires were in the poor quarters, but her last one spread to the Market District Gate. Last we heard, she had escaped to the necropolis. As I said, she confined them to the poor districts. She would have been impossible to catch in that rat's nest. More frankly, there isn't enough money to make it worth my effort. The gates between here and the poorer districts will be closed for some time while repairs are underway. There's nothing particular about the scene of the crime, just ash. As I said, she confined them to the poor districts. She would have been impossible to catch in that rat's nest. More frankly, there isn't enough money to make it worth my effort. Yukong fleeced some silver from Lord Rento, a powerful man in the Ministry of Harmony. Yukong is a master of disguise, and he has hidden himself somewhere in the city. Lord Rento is away on court business, but his wife informed me that she'd be in the heart of the Empire in the Imperial Arena if we needed her. You could start there. She knows the details of the theft better than I. Lord Rento was reluctant to discuss them. Yukong could be anywhere or anyone, and Lady Rento is the only lead we have. Fading... What else? This is the Market District. If you cross this bridge, you'll reach the Golden Way, the Scholars' Garden, and the Necropolis. The Black Leopard School is up the hill on the far side of the waterway, and the Imperial Arena is here in the Market District. Of course not. I'm on duty here. Find Bai the Outcrier near the arena. He's paid well to answer those kinds of questions. Of course, I can give you some extra information on the bounties. What? I know little more than what the Honorable Lotus Assassin presented. Some treasonous southerner has been undermining the Ministry of Harmony and causing countless deaths. The Lotus Assassins are never worried. Their control, their protection, I should say, of the Empire is absolute. What could threaten them? I would like to advance, but I'm not angling. I simply accept that the Lotus Assassins are the true power in the Empire, and I support them. Not as such. The Lotus Assassins want to deal with this traitor personally. I don't envy anyone who has attracted that kind of attention. The Lotus Assassins are never worried. Their control, their protection, I should say, of the Empire is absolute. What could threaten them? There is no such thing. If the Lotus Assassins have identified a treasonous criminal, you can be assured that person is guilty of something, or will be soon. A good name, is it not? Drives fear into the commoners. Yes, that miscreant will be turned in soon enough. And pity the scourge that shows up in my city. Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
We will.
I hope my daughter will grow to be as beautiful as the princess, though perhaps less unruly.
I am honored that you have chosen me.
Do you really think we'll find second brother here in the city?
Why ask me? I don't even want to be here. Second brother probably decided he didn't want to listen to Master Radiant anymore, and left to get some peace.
Never! Second brother is devoted to Master Radiant. If anything, I suspect Master Smiling Hawk had something to do with his disappearance.
What? You dare accuse Master Smiling Hawk?
Quiet, you worms. You're here to look for second brother, not bicker like schoolchildren. Now get moving.
You're a fool if you believe what Master Smiling Hawk teaches. Brute force is not always the best way to win a battle.
Oh, and Master Radiant's ways are better? I don't think so. Brute force is the only way to get what you want, and I can prove it.
How?
I'll show you. Hey you! What do you think you're doing here? Get out of here or we'll throw you out! Ha! You sound like my weakling friend over here. Oh, please let me pass? No. Now, how about you just turn yourself around before you get hurt? You don't hear so well, do you? Maybe we'll just have to show you what we mean. Come on, let's teach our visitor some respect.
Double sabers! Hidden fist! Hidden fist! Dire flame! Stone Immortal! My style is master! Hidden fist! Hidden fist! Ice shard!
I am perfection! This is your doubt! Ice Shark! Dire Flame!
Ufna akna ir Yakowa krui ni rui kuperfita.
Peace, third brother. That is no way to treat a guest.
Og ni gua ir qua an ir nor yok wo ni fita ir.
Enough. Leave us, third brother, before you disgrace the school and yourself, and take these novices with you.
Vosa ir son sikun wan kut afkuka wukta ir. Wo ufna akna ir Yakowa krui ni rui kuperfita.
I'm very sorry about that. We are not accustomed to having visitors. My name is First Brother Kai. Welcome to the Black Leopard School. No, nothing more than usual. Normally this kind of thing would never happen. Fortunately, you seemed more than capable of handling the situation. In all my years, I've never seen anyone but a master with skills like yours. I would not normally ask, but would you be interested in joining our school? It would be an honor to have someone of your skill. Excellent. I must speak with the masters on your behalf. They are the final judge of such matters. Wait here. Good news. Master Radiant agreed to let you join. A rare honor indeed. In fact, he would like to meet with you once you have proven yourself. First, however, Master Radiant wants to ensure that your fight against the novices was not just luck. You must now defeat each of the brothers here at the school. Good. A positive attitude will win you many fights before you even begin. You have proven you can defeat our novices. Now you must prove yourself against the brothers. The brothers have trained long and are second only in skill to the masters. Sixth brother is the least skilled, so you will start with him. Work your way to third brother. If you succeed against him, you will then challenge me. Second brother is not here. For now, you must face only third brother and myself, after you've defeated the other brothers. I must be honest with you. I believe Master Radiant has a plan in allowing you to join us. As you may have heard, there are 2 masters at this school. Master Radiant and I have tried for some time to temper Master Smiling Hawk's ways. He is cunning and ruthless, and has little regard for students. Normally I wouldn't speak openly about such things, but you are new, and your skill will draw his attention. Be careful. Master Smiling Hawk is a dangerous man. It is complicated. If you prove yourself, I'm sure that Master Radiant will be more than happy to explain it to you. For now, be careful and focus on defeating the brothers. Start with sixth brother and ask him to fight with you. I'm sure he'll be eager. Once you've defeated all the brothers, come and see me. Good luck.
It was foolish of us to challenge you earlier. I apologize for my impudence.
You certainly taught...
You filthy little swine! Look what you've done! Do you think I have nothing better to do than to clean up after you pigs all day long?
Yes, mistress. I mean, no, mistress.
Get out! Get out of here before I break your skull open, you little rat! This isn't a public restaurant. We only serve the students here. You'll have to go back to the city if you're hungry. Well, good for you. Do you want me to bake a special dessert in your honor? Questions about what? Go ask your teacher if you have questions. Me? Is this some ploy to get an extra serving of fish in your soup tonight? It won't work, you know. But since you asked. I am the headmistress here at the school. I organize everything that these witless fighters forget to do. Paperwork, laundry, cooking, you name it. It's a thankless job. Never so much as a smile or a wave as I labor over my work. If it wasn't for me, this place would fall apart. You're the student, you tell me. What is there to tell? The boys come and learn to fight, and they think that's all there is to the world. Learning and fighting. They are very good at both, but put any one of them in a room with a lady and they just wither away. What's the point in teaching a man to learn and fight if he can't even relate to the people he's supposed to protect? Masters? Ha! I'm the only master of this school. Those other two hide in their rooms all day long doing who knows what. How can you be master of anything when you never participate? It's unnatural. Of course, it wasn't always that way, or at least that's what I've heard. There was only one master once. Makes sense to me. Too many cooks in the kitchen, as I always say. Good. I have work to do.
We may be novices, but we're still skilled. Your lucky third brother stopped that fight when he did.
You may have defeated us, but third brother will teach you what real fighting is like.
Och ni går kvar an i norr och wow ni fitair.
So you're the one who was challenging our novices earlier. That might impress Master Radiant, but it won't get you noticed by Master Smiling Hawk. I'm 6th Brother Gao Shan. If you think you can defeat a disciple of Master Smiling Hawk, challenge me. I assure you, I'm much tougher than the novices. How should I know? He's probably licking Master Radiant's sandals. He was always such a devoted follower of that man. Huh. So you'd rather talk than fight. It's students like you that are giving the Black Leopard School a bad name. Master Radiant teaches patience and peace. What's the point? Why study for years to be a great fighter if you're not allowed to use your skills? Master Smiling Hawk believes in using our power to take what we want. He's the true master of Black Leopard School. I've already told you more than I should. Now do you want to fight or not? Alright, follow me.
Ice Shard! Iron Pop! Stone Immortal! Ice Shard! Dire Blade! Ice Shard! Spirit Thief! This is your down!
That was lucky. I'll be ready for you next time. You again. I'll fight you again if you want, but maybe you should try Fifth Brother next, if you haven't already. It's up to you. Do what...
You must be the new student. I'm Fifth Brother Shangjin. There's been quite a stir regarding your entry into the school. Most unorthodox. It would seem Master Radiant is up to his tricks again. Regardless, you've defeated Sixth Brother, so we can spar. Would you care to try your skills against mine? The Black Leopard School is the most respected school in all the Empire, but we are losing that respect. The school has strong leadership, but we currently suffer from having too many leaders. 2 masters is one too many. I don't mind Master Radiant, but he is too detached and too passive. Master Smiling Hawk could regain our respect, if Master Radiant would let him. I have no idea, though he was very vocal in condemning Master Smiling Hawk. Perhaps he grew tired of all the bickering here and decided to leave. I know if I was a follower of Master Radiant, I would likely get very bored, very quickly. Maybe he just decided to go to a new school, somewhere more peaceful. Good. Follow me.
Ice Shard! Ice Shard! Stab! My style is mastered!
Thank you for the opportunity to learn from you. Goodbye.
Hello, my name is Fourth Brother Yu, and you must be the new prodigy. First Brother told us to watch out for you. He said that you're very talented. Since you've defeated Fifth Brother, perhaps you'd let me decide just how talented you are. Care for a match? I've been trying to find that out myself. I even sent a few of the students into the city to see if they could discover the truth. Master Smiling Hawk was the last to speak with Second Brother, though I still don't know what they discussed. It's no secret that they disliked each other. Third Brother told me that Master Smiling Hawk sent Second Brother into the city on an errand, but nobody saw him leave the school. I fear Second Brother has run into trouble, and I suspect Master Smiling Hawk is behind it all. Well, the school is the best of its kind in all the Empire. I consider myself very fortunate to be a student here. That's not to say that we don't have our problems. Having two masters is a bit unusual, and it seems to slow the progress of the school. Master Radiant is a great leader, but he never comes out of his room anymore. Master Smiling Hawk, on the other hand, well, I shouldn't say anything about that. Let's go then.
Hidden fist. Hidden fist. You cannot compare. Ice shard. Hidden fist, hidden fist. Ice shard. Dire flame. Hidden fist. Dire flame. Stone immortal. This is your down.
Very impressive. I can see the masters were right to let you train with us. Well, thank you for the fight.
Okir okun wan pifir ir witiwik, ir wosa ir sonkut. Og nigua ir kwa an ir nor yok wowo nifitayir. Nawara irok, wosa ir tatas ir uyu. Sata asoni wakwakir fonir noni.
Thank you, Third Brother, that is all. You are dismissed.
Sotakwa air noroki irtana.
So, you are the new student I have heard so much about. Rarely does someone so young display the ability that you have shown. I noticed that you did not come from one of our usual schools. Do you mind if I ask you who your real master is? I don't think I've heard of him. Nevertheless, he obviously taught you well. You have talent, and with Second Brother's death, we have need of a new brother. I asked him to do something for me. He refused. Let me be blunt. Master Radiant is holding this school back. He's holding me back. Radiant is weak. He follows the way of harmony. His methods are slow and pitiful. This school belongs to me. I want Master Radiant removed, and you're the one to do it. You have certain abilities that will enable you to defeat my rival. Master Radiant is resistant to my style, but you are something different. I could sense it as soon as you arrived. You are the only one here capable of defeating Master Radiant. And rest assured, I will reward you extremely well for ridding me of him. To begin with, you'll have to deal with First Brother Kai. Destroy him, and you'll only be left with Radiant. But together, they would be too powerful. Do as I ask, and I will teach you things that no one else can. I also have a few rare items that should appeal to you. Simply kill First Brother and Master Radiant. The task is straightforward. You are a fool! You could have had everything. Instead, you will not survive your match with Third Brother. I will see to it. Now get out!
Og nigua ir qua an ir nor yok wowo nifitair.
Ice shot. Dire flame. My style. Ice shot. Hidden fist. Ice Shark! Hidden Fist! Dire Flame! Ice Shark! Dire Flame!
Oh no you! Oh no you ir ninir ayir wo!
Do not disgrace yourself further, Third Brother. Accept your defeat and learn from it.
Apafa was sonsir towir wo sonsir sunir fonir usota!
That was quite a match. I've never seen Third Brother Rinshan fight that well, and yet you still beat him. I suspected something was amiss, but you overcame it and you still won. Master Radiant was sure you would prevail. He asked me to bring you to him once you defeated Third Brother. You won't have to test yourself against me after all. Come, let's go see him. He is anxious to speak with you.
Sisae Pawao, Tikotro Tuaso.
To fuwe ta wita ir ukarashita wewo. Ipanar nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruro ninua sa ir kana. sair kokonato. Tanatia, katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Uno will na no pa yesu. Isana yoyo, ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Ipaner nuko iwa ir, nikasanarir, iruro ni nuwa sa irkana.
Sairos tiusiat, saro rasipa ukar iras napso aku.
Master, I never.
Sairos tiusiat, saro rasipa ukar iras napso aku.
Tawe ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Niato nonapadi irovir, koni ugnawata ir. Sa ir Yakowak, kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok noka uk snapir. Konir fuk no sankud na no hona napir. Isana yoyo.
Wo nakapir sari awaf, van sir suorofos isinosaurus usuno.
Yukut ni kunk uno sa ir son kud noka uk yorir. Tawe ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Unikasurir kwana no koni ugnawata ir niknipier. Nararo na pirapirni niktakatashi. Yukut ni kunk uno sa ir son kudnoka ukyorir. Irkana. Unikasurir kwana no kasa ir iruru. Ipaner nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruru ni nuwa sa irkana. Sata tawe ir wonawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. Ikirnik tine piru wo iferek uk sun puno. Wo sun puno no yapapap nasia uir sa ir uth. Niato nonapadi irovir, koni ugnawata ir. Nararo na pirapirni niktakatashi. Irkana, unikasurir kwana no kasa ir iruru. Tawe ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Sata tawe ir wonawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. Ipaner nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruru ni nuwa sa irkana. Sata tawe ir wonawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk.
Onoyu wa kitsu sa iroko wa shosi.
Sa ir Yakowak, kokonato sir ipanoneniko.
I should have killed you sooner. You had such promise, but in the end you were just like second brother. Soon you will share his fate as well. Radiant is dead. His time has passed. Now is the time for the living. Help me destroy him and I will make this school more powerful than ever before. Now you see why I need you. You have the power to deal death to the spirits, to Radiant. I will give you one chance to change your mind, now that you have seen what Radiant truly is. Help me remove him and I will reward you. I liked you, and I had so hoped we could come to some sort of agreement. But I suppose that just won't work. Now I will give you a demonstration of true skill. Unfortunately, you won't be around long enough to learn from it.
Ice Shard! I am perfection! Hidden Fist! Dire Flame!
Okir ufa ni nikerpa. Wo ufna akna iri yakova krui ni rui kuperfita.
No, third brother. I have a much better use for you.
Okir rufa ni nikerpa.
Now we will finish this.
This is your down! Spirit Thief! Hidden Fist! Spirit Thief! Double Sabers! Ice Shard! Dire Flame! Hidden Fist!
Master Smiling Hawk! You killed him! What? No! First Brother sent me to find you. He was worried Master Smiling Hawk's followers might overwhelm you. I can see that isn't the case. Master Radiant and First Brother are waiting for you. I'll go tell them that you survived.
Wotowir ukawana ir usoana da hoki. Niato nonapadi irovir. Tawa ir kawana ir suni ir ipoki.
Master, why must you leave? I still have so much to learn from you, and we need a strong master to rebuild the school.
Ir kana. O nigasuri ir kwana no kasa ir iruru. Tawa ir kawana ir suni ir ipoki.
Thank you. If it wasn't for you, well, this never would have happened. It seems to me that you're the one who should receive this honor.
Tasiya siya tintu. Funye wuwusiye wo tahufu. Wuno will na no ba yesu. Isara yoyo. Kunir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Ikirnik tine piru. Wu iferek uk son puno. Ir kana. O nigasuri ir kwana no kasa ir iruru. Niato o nanapati irovir. Kuni ugnawata ir. Ir kana. O nigasuri ir kwana no kasa ir iruru. Tawa ir kawana ir suni ir ipoki. Siya tintu. Funye wuwusiye wo tahufu. Wowo sun pununo. Yapapap nasiya uir saye uth.
I would speak with you alone, Master Radiant, before you go. If you wait outside, I will join you in a minute. I have something I would like to offer you, and thanks for your help.
Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok noka uk snapir.
There you are. Master Radiant has gone, and I'm left to lead this school on my own. I'll miss him very much, but at least we are rid of Smiling Hawk. I wanted to thank you for all you've done, but I also wanted to show you some items that belong to Master Smiling Hawk. I thought you might find something of interest. You're welcome to visit the school and spar with us whenever you like. The students need someone like you to knock some sense into them from time to time. Good. I could use a good fight right about now.
Hidden fist. Staff. I am perfection. My style is dire flame.
Anything is better than waiting around in the camp.
I'm glad Master Smiling Hawk is gone. That man terrified me.
It is a shame that blood was shed, but the school is better off without Smiling Hawk.
It's about time somebody dealt with that rogue Smiling Hawk. Of course, now I have to clean up the mess you two made.
You're welcome to visit the school and spark.
I'd like to know, Silk Fox, why do you go to the trouble to dress up like that? As princess, couldn't you just command that changes be made?
You can't understand. My place in the order of things is as much a cage as yours, but stepping down grants certain opportunities to influence that are unavailable to you.
What do you mean by that?
Your station is already low. Stepping down would serve no purpose, and I doubt you would find it easy to move up. Oh, certainly. Those without titles regularly declare their unimportance.
But those with them tend to rely on them too much, and earn a few more along the way. Bitch.
Yes? Not now. Memories of my...
That's why my men brought you to me. I wanted to finish this personally.
But
Don't even try to make this better. You should have won that fight, Zhang, but you suddenly developed that blind spot, didn't you? Did the glint of silver get in your eye?
Joe, honestly,
You needed something for Twitnit One?
Yes, I need to speak with you in private. It seems Warrior Zhang has decided to retire.
I'm finished here. If you're here to fight, do what they tell you. I sounded like you when I first got here. Now I'm finished for good. Learn about this fine Imperial arena yourself, why don't you? Guess my spot in the roster is yours if you want it. Go find Kui the promoter if you think you can fill my shoes. He's always upstairs in the third room over or so, and looking for new blood. I'm taking what I have left from my winnings and leaving.
The palace is completely cut off from us common folks.
You? What could you possibly want? You're not here to bet, are you? Betting's only open when there's a match on, and right now, I don't see hundreds of people screaming at me, so I can assume there's no match on. When Kui the promoter gets around to setting one up, go bother him if you really have to know this instant. Of course, he'll take one look at you and say, there's a new fish to throw into the ring. Good money if you fight for him, but that's your business and no care of mine. If you want to find Kui, he'll be upstairs, usually in the fighter's room, just past where the nobles marinate in their own decadence. Right now, it doesn't. No match, no bets. That's not so hard, is it? And don't ask how it works when a match is on. I'm not your teacher. Come to think of it, you look a bit strapping. Why not fight instead of talking to me? Kui the promoter's your man if you're interested. He'll be upstairs a few rooms around the circle. When Kui the promoter gets around to setting one up, go bother him if you really have to know this instant. Of course, he'll take one look at you and say, there's a new fish to throw into the ring. Good money if you fight for him, but that's your business and no care of mine. If you want to find Kui, he'll be upstairs, usually in the fighter's room, just past where the nobles marinate in their own decadence. Right now, it doesn't. No match, no bets. That's not so hard, is it? And don't ask how it works when a match is on. I'm not your teacher. Come to think of it, you look a bit strapping. Why not fight instead of talking to me? Kui the promoter's your man if you're interested. He'll be upstairs a few rooms around the circle. When Kui the promoter gets around to setting one up, go bother him if you really have to know this instant. Of course, he'll take one look at you and say, there's a new fish to throw into the ring. Good money if you fight for him, but that's your business and no care of mine. If you want to find Kui, he'll be upstairs, usually in the fighter's room, just past where the nobles marinate in their own decadence. Right now, it doesn't. No match, no bets. That's not so hard, is it? And don't ask how it works when a match is on. I'm not your teacher. Come to think of it, you look a bit strapping. Why not fight instead of talking to me? Kui the promoter's your man if you're interested. He'll be upstairs a few rooms around the circle. When Kui the Of course, he'll take one if you want. Good, you do that.
Welcome! It's always good to see a new face at the counter. If you've got silver to spend, I'll be happy to help you out. I'm known as Thunderous Tauren, and you are my most honored customer right now, so you have all of my attention. You look like a warrior to my eye, probably not fit for the odds and sods the usual patrons might pick up. The man to see is named Kui the Promoter. He knows everything there is to know about this place. Might even be looking for a new body to fill out the roster. This could be your chance. If you're interested, he's usually up in his office, up and around to the back. You look like a warrior to my eye, probably not fit for the odds and sods the usual patrons might pick up. The man to see is named Kui the Promoter. He knows everything there is to know about this place. Might even be looking for a new body to fill out the roster. This could be your chance. If you're interested, he's usually up in his office, up and around to the back. You look like a... Stop by again. Miniature Ravager hoods for the kids are coming in any day now. You know you'll want two.
My question is, what am I supposed to do if one of the fighters goes berserk?
There are rumors flitting about the city that you seek the attentions of the executioners. These rumors come from the palace itself, leaving me intrigued. You are a novice with no standing in the arena. What makes you think you are of any interest to me? I have no instruction to give. If you want to catch my eye, you need to show me that your skills are far beyond the norm. If you were to knock Iron Soldier from his perch as Silver Division champion, I would be impressed. I will be here if you wish to petition me further, but I don't acknowledge anything less than the best. Return when you are worthy, and no sooner.
How dare you interrupt me? If you must know, I, Lustful Lao, conqueror of the female kingdom, was emanating my yang. It is but one of my many irresistible charms. You don't see my brimming knowledge of the 232 points of pleasure as documented by Menshi Tsao, the salacious scholar? Or that I perform the stretches outlined in the writings of the now disbanded lascivious order of the abbotless monks every morning? If even these simple things are beyond your ken, sir, then Lustful Lao has no time to spare on you. You return once... If you must know. If you, like all the others, seek to know my secrets, I will not share them. If you seek common knowledge, then you ask the wrong man. I would not deprive the fair ladies of this watering hole a moment of my attention. Ask one of the others. If... That's exactly what I intend to do. Now leave me, and don't stand between that waitress and me.
Move along, nothing to see here.
Yes, I appreciate the attention, but you have things to do. You've made arrangements to gain the trust of the Lotus Assassins, but haven't followed through. The Executioner wants to see you excel in the arena. Progress far enough, and he will gladly recommend that you be recruited. If you prefer, you could still seek out the Inquisitor by speaking with Scholar Dun Gao in the Scholar's Garden. Your progress is admirable, but don't become too close to the Lotus Assassins. Their power is seductive. That is how Death's Hand gained influence over my father. After the disappearance of my uncle, Sun Qin, the Hand of Heaven, the Imperial Order of the Lotus Monks was directionless. Instead of taking on that role himself, my father gave it to an advisor, Death's Hand. I was only a baby at the time. He did not have enough time. The burden of state is heavy, and he is not a well man. Death's Hand takes advantage of this. Regardless, the Lotus Monks were placed in the care of Death's Hand, a duty reserved for royalty. It was almost as if my father took Death's Hand into our family, my family. We have been caretakers of the Empire for generations. We have created a bastion of culture in an otherwise uncivilized world. Death's Hand threatens all of this. It is my duty to see that the natural order is preserved. About me? But why? I mean, there's so much I've told you already. I really don't think that we need any more information to complete our mission. Oh, well, I suppose I could answer a few questions. Although I'm sure more than enough has been said about me by the peasants or others, I am quite used to defending myself from all quarters. Am I really that way? Perhaps I appear to be, but only because I have no other way to fight what is happening. I care deeply about the traditions of this land. It pains me to go against what I try to protect. What other choice do I have? I hope the people speak of other things, how I try to make things right. How very superficial, yet flattering, coming from you. I suppose peasants tend to focus on certain things, given their short and brutish lives. Something to imagine, some perfection to seek. And do you agree with them? Wait, this is further than I thought this conversation would go. This is not proper. I will not allow it. You presume too much. I think we have had quite enough amusement for now. Perhaps we will continue this a little later. I have enjoyed our little talk. I will answer. We've gone over this. Death's Hand is used. My father probably knows the Lotus Assassins act. My father. Death's Hand is with.
You are not yet worthy of my...
Ukir okir wo napyair ukir sotiwi. Nano wo nawaftata sine here uk uno. Wo tarawir ifuir nepayir fun chikir. Otonair sada ukikir kikir usair nusun. Ukair otonoair nisun puno asir tsunkut. Sisairi furkt was sair napsan, gir uksairnan, wo nawair sun punao.
Time to bloody my axes.
Ah, excellent. I have many items just waiting for you.
Sisairi furkt. Po was a soso yair. Ukair otonoair nisun puno asir tsunkut. Nano wo nawaftata sine here uk uno. Nano wo nawaftata sine here uk uno. Ukir okir wo napyair ukir sotiwi. Wo ipsoko anir sunsiir ofino. Sair an nikufunir aknat nir sauir pika. Otona.
My blades are yours to command.
Travelers have been telling a lot of ghost stories.
You...
Do you have any...
Care... longsword. This is your down. Stab.
This place is always so busy.
Unless I've got a sure feeling, I always...
The fights in this...
I was wondering if you'd wander over here to test your luck. It's hard to resist the rattling call of the dice, isn't it? Gambler Daushen's the name. I run the straightest dice in the Imperial City. I wouldn't want to feed my children with tarnished silver, would I? Good odds and fair play. That's how I keep them coming back. A simple enough game called high-low. You predict how you'll roll against my toss and double your coin if you're right. You'll catch on easily enough, I'm sure. The rules are easier than the lonely daughter of an outskirts farmer, my friend. You make a simple prediction of high or low. Then we roll. I throw first and you throw second. If you wagered high and roll above me, you double your wager. If you wagered low and roll below me, you also win. If we roll the same, the house takes all. I can take bets of 1 and 5 silver. Nothing extravagant, I know, but Gambler Daushen plays by the rules. The kind of rules you ignore only if you're tired of using your arms. I could probably find a way around them if I knew someone who could go into the back room past Qui's office. I think they only let arena folk go back there, fighters in some of the higher divisions. High-low is easy to learn, and people like it. Why change? Right you are. Educated as an ancient scholar, I hope. That's what I was waiting to hear. So what'll it be? Will your roll be higher or lower than mine? High it is. Let's see how sure you are. How much will you bet? Let's see how they fall, shall we? You called it right. A high roll doubles your wager. What say we try again? That's what I was waiting to hear. So what'll it be? Will your roll be high? Aiming under my roll, are ya? I'm happy with that if you are. Let's... You called low, but what say we try... That... Let... You called it right. What say we... Huh? Let... You called it right. What say we... You called it right. What say... That's what I was waiting to hear. Not enough spin on the wrist to bet. What? You take care of yourself and come back soon to the...
What do you want? Do I know you? Really? I doubt you know anyone who would interest me in the least. I'm a little busy right now. I've got a bowl of wine that needs drinking, so why don't you just find someone else to bother? Who? I don't know anybody by that name. And I don't know anything about slave traders. Leave me alone. I have nothing to say to you, so why don't you just keep moving? Yes, that is. More than I'd see in a month. I might be able to take you there. You'll have to pay me now, and I'm not promising you won't get killed once we get there. It's your life, friend. No refunds either. Follow me.
Zibao, what is the meaning of this? Summoning me to this place was bad enough. You know I can't stand the stench of these beasts. I've already dealt with the last shipment of slaves, and with that damned prefect poking into our affairs, we have to be extra cautious. Now, there's an unknown quantity in this little meeting. Just who are you? In the slave market, are you? Funny how I find that a bit suspicious, especially given that we've had run-ins with several of Prefect Jitong's investigators. Zibao was a fool to bring anyone here. We can't afford anyone nosing into our affairs right now, and you've heard too much. Get him, boys, but don't kill him. We'll get quite a bit of silver for this one.
Stab! Ice shot! Ice shot! Paralyze! paralyzing paw. Ice Shark.
This has gone far enough. You're far better than the last dog who dared cross us. Maybe I was hasty in my decision to attack you. I have an eye for raw talent. That helps when picking slaves, but it comes in handy in sizing up potential allies. Who are you, and why are you here? You're clearly too skilled to be one of the fools hired by Prefect Jitong. So what business or grudge do you have with us? You've met my friend, have you? Ling's a good man and a valuable resource, so I'm not willing to let him go to jail. Some generous donations to a high minister almost solved my problem, until the good prefect decided to get in our way. Perhaps I can find a price that's right for you to also turn a blind eye to our little situation here. Our little enterprise gives us deep pockets. If only I had a silver coin for every time I've heard that. Come then, let's end it.
Ice Shark. Ice Shark. You are paralyzing paw. Dire flame. Ice Shark.
Let's keep things simple. If someone gets in our way, remove them. I trust your plan.
There you are. The governor sent Ho Chong, one of his lapdogs, to oversee the trial. I hope you learned something, or I'll have to proceed with Song Tao's sentencing. He took you there? That's incredible. That's remarkable. Well, what did you find? Have you discovered evidence that exonerates Scholar Song Tao?
Ha! That doesn't prove a thing. Pieces of paper can be bought and sold just like anything. Just like anyone.
I'm afraid you're quite mistaken, Chandlerling. This proves a great many things, including your guilt. I never suspected the slavers were so well connected.
Let me see that. Well, this certainly looks interesting. Suppose Scholar Song Tao can go free then. And you, Chandler Ling, will come with me for sentencing. It will be quick and harsh, I suspect. This sort of thing will not be tolerated in the Empire.
It's all a lie. You don't know what you're doing. You're all making a very big mistake.
Thank you. Thank you for risking yourself to help me. If there's anything I can do to repay you, please ask. You are too kind. I have no real way to repay you. However, I do have some items you might be interested in. They're not here, of course. Come and find me in the Scholar's Garden, and I will be glad to show you what I have. I'll see you there. Goodbye, and thank you again.
That was a lot of work for very little reward. You certainly have a strange way of going about things.
My blades are yours to command.
Always a pleasure. Of course, fading. Yukong fleeced some silver from Lord Rento. Lord Rento is away on...
Well, it looks like your contact with the Lotus Assassins will be bad for your reputation, but good for our goal. The Executioner wants to see you excel in the arena. Progress far enough, and he will gladly recommend that you be recruited. If you prefer, you could still seek out the Inquisitor by speaking with Scholar Dun Gao in the Scholar's Garden. I'm not sure we have the time. There are too many important matters at stake. We need to make progress before I will feel comfortable spending more time on...
Yes? How can this humble bunmaster assist you today? My prescient pretty has an uncanny knack for derailing my plans, in case you haven't already noticed. I have tried several times to leave, but it always fails miserably. Some say there are spirits out there that masquerade as people, and I suspect she may be one of them. She has my soul, and there's nothing I can do about it. One time, I tried to sneak away while she was delivering a special order of buns to her uncle's family. As I started to leave, I slipped on some oil and broke my arm. Still, I put my arm in a sling and was continuing on my way when I was run down by a rogue bun cart. When I came to, my wife had returned and was in a foul mood. Apparently, everyone she had visited died from food poisoning. But why not her? I mean, I'm sure she ate at least one of the buns I sent. It is simply my lot in life to be given into the care of a demon whose sole sustenance comes from sucking the very life from my body and soul. Soup, anyone? Not now. As...
What? What do you want? Tried that once. It didn't work out. Prefect Mu Hong pledged his daughter Mi Shan to me after I cleared his district of bandits. She wasn't ugly, so I agreed. The night of the wedding feast, I got more than a little drunk, and in the morning I woke up in the prefect's bed, next to the prefect's wife. I got up and went into my bride's room, and there was a strange man in her bed. I killed the bastard and was about to kill her when Mishan came into the room yelling. Apparently, I had just killed her sister's husband and was about to kill her sister. I tried to tell her it was an honest mistake, but she wouldn't hear it. The brother-in-law's family was pissed, and so was the prefect when he found out about his wife. They tried to subdue me so they could send me to prison. I killed them all swiftly. None of them suffered. Still, Mishan wouldn't leave with me. She kept crying and complaining about her family. Family life just isn't for me. Whatever.
I am honored that you have chosen me.
Always happy to help. What do you need? I was thinking about a story my father once told me. He was a scoundrel, but he could spin a fine yarn when he wasn't robbing caravans. Have you ever heard the tale of the Eternal Companions? The Eternal Companions were a group of warriors that traveled the ancient kingdoms, well before the formation of the Empire. They were said to be giants, to know styles no one could match, and to always appear to offer their services to a kingdom when times were worst. The tales are too fantastic to be accurate, though I'm sure the Black Whirlwinds tried at least once. No one can actually cleave a mountain in two. What made me bring this up was just a simple thought. Were these companions real people once? Were they just like us? Something tells me they were, but not in the way you'd expect. You know how legends tend to grow in the telling? I think they also absorb other tales as they go. I doubt it. For instance, we have yet to wipe out a rival kingdom. Failing that, I'm a bit shy of 12 feet tall. The point is that when things are wrong, people believe that someone will do something about it. Whether we succeed or not, we are those someones right now. More importantly, you're the someone. You're the real reason we're together, and I worry about how much of this rides on your shoulders. What I'm really trying to say is that we're all with you until this thing is finished. I just hope you can draw some strength from that. Anytime. I hate to wax morbid, but this is serious business. Now, shouldn't you be talking to Dawn Star instead of me? I've seen the way that girl looks at you, and she deserves a little attention.
Have you heard those ridiculous rumors about ghosts walking the Empire?
These new sandals are uncomfortable after a few hours.
The Emperor used to attend these matches, but he stopped coming.
Sorry, big boy. I'm not open for business. Judge Fang's got me on his payroll, and he doesn't like me taking customers on the side. Unless you're into something twisted, then he might want to watch. Fang's always looking for some new perversion to make his little soldiers stand at attention. My name is Gentle Breezes, but everyone just calls me Breezes now. I guess you lose your gentle side when you spend too many nights with Judge Fang. Fang's my benefactor, if you know what I mean. I do all the things that make him happy. Filthy, nasty things, but at least that sick bastard pays well. Judge Fang's the head of the Ministry of Harmony. He's sitting in the next room with his guards, likes to come and watch the arena fights. The blood and the beatings in the ring get his fever burning for later. Sometimes that bastard takes it out on me. Other times he makes me take it out on him. He doesn't seem to care either way. There are few things more twisted than Judge Fang's idea of a fun night. I hate him. He's a vile, repulsive deviant. He likes to hurt. When things are bad, a man like that leaves scars, emotional and physical. Look, I've been around. I know people do strange and disturbing things behind locked doors. But nothing like this. There's no act too brutal or shameful for Judge Fang. He's into all sorts of things, and he's no stranger to pain. I know that all too well. I've thought about quitting. Every night. But I heard what happened to the last girl who tried to leave Fang. He's not the kind of man you just walk away from. He sees me as a possession. His possession. He's not just going to let me go. He's got the wealth and power to find me wherever I run. I'm stuck with Judge Fang until he's tired of me. I've come to accept that. It's a hard, grim fact, but at least he pays well. Go ahead. It's not like I'm going to tell you anything that isn't common knowledge. Fang's head of the Ministry of Harmony, so he controls taxes and executions across the Empire. That makes him a very rich and powerful man. Even the Lotus Assassins are wary of Judge Fang, probably because they know he's just as vile and corrupt as they are. All the rumors about him are true. He's the most infamous degenerate in the Imperial City. And I work for him. Good. Let me...
Don't you just love the Imperial Arena? No other place like it in all of the Jade Empire. Were you looking for me? I'm Lady Rento, and I was expecting someone sent by Captain Sen. Oh, normally I would be happy to chat, but now really isn't the time. I've had a trying day, and I just want to relax in the heart of the Empire for a few minutes before I rush home to attend the family accounts. My husband claims he has no head for figures, though I suspect he just has no back for work. Oh, poor Yukong. Captain Sen's still willing to do my husband's bidding and hunt him down, is he? I swear, my husband is insufferable. Yukong's a harmless aspiring actor who asked me if I would act as his patron. Since my husband was away from the city, again, I accepted and gave Yukong a moderate stipend. I thought he was charming. That was how my husband presented the situation to the authorities. He didn't want to face the shame of supporting a humble actor. My husband's a fool, but when he lowers his head, all I can do is let him charge and hope he rams something solid enough to slow him. Probably less than my husband is putting forth as a bounty for poor Yukong. That young man doesn't deserve this. That was how my husband presented the situation to the authorities. He didn't want to face the shame of supporting a humble actor. My husband's a fool, but when he lowers his head, all I can do is let him charge and hope he rams something solid enough to slow him. I would wager that you'll find him in the Scholars' Garden. Yukong was going to try out for that new play. It's going to be put on soon in the Golden Way, I'm told. Should be exciting to watch. Yukong was going to try out for a role as a scholar, so he may be using his costume to hide in the garden. He's not much of a scholar, so you should be able to spot him. That was how my husband... If you happen to find creative Yukong, do go easy on him, would you? The poor boy did nothing wrong, and my husband is being unusually cruel to him. Good luck with your search. I have to get back to the estate, so much to do.
Okay, I can do this. I can pick a winner. I know.
Whoa, back up a bit there. Judge Fang doesn't like people blocking his view of the arena. Yeah, you might make him miss out on seeing someone get their nose broken or their leg or even their skull. He was just saying that there hasn't been a good skull fracture for at least a week. It's put him in a foul mood. I wouldn't call him sick and twisted. That's an insult to sick and twisted people everywhere. Fang's on a whole other level. I never used to believe the stories, but now that I'm working for him, I can honestly say he's the most degenerate and perverted man in the whole Empire. But he pays well, very well. Enough so that we pretend not to see what's going on, though I still feel bad for Breezes sometimes. Gentle Breezes, she's Fang's, concubine. She's over in the next room with the common folk. Fang doesn't like to be seen with her in public. He doesn't mind her getting up close and personal when they're in private, though. The things she does for him. I wouldn't call him sick and not without an appointment, and his schedule's full for the next month. All the ministers are coming in from the outlying towns to make their reports. If he's not meeting with a minister, he's relaxing here, hoping to see somebody beaten to a quivering pulp in the ring, or maybe torn apart by one of the animals. Yeah, that or he's taking a break with Breezes. Poor girl. No amount of silver is worth what she does for him. Forget it. I won't go into details about what Fang did to the last guard he caught taking bribes, but restraints, starving dogs, and gravy on certain parts of the body were involved. Fang watched the whole thing, laughing all the while, and when it was done, he went upstairs with Breezes for a little relaxation. Poor girl. Good idea. Come back next month. Fang might be taking appointments by then.